It is time for some Arcade Arena, my friends. We have an interesting season going on. We only got about 2 days left. However, I want to give you 3 fun teams that I've absolutely enjoyed and are also competitive here for the Arcade Arena Kingdom Clash. Thank you for tuning in as always. If you got a question or comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Now, with that, all of our information is available to you down below. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, I appreciate that support. Let's get into it here so that we can figure out exactly what's going on for the Arcade Arena. So if you go over here to season information, we have the arcade rule cookies, strike back, rare and common cookies, cooldown -30% on both those, attack 140, 320, defense 120, 200%, max HP 120, and then 200%. So we got some pretty interesting stuff going on between the rare and common cookies strike back. We get to utilize these underdogs and kingdom of the kingdom strategically and win, explore unique playstyles, and claim victory, which is exactly what we're going to talk about here today. You can see all the season cookies here. We only have these epics available to us, and then additionally we have these rares and the common cookies there, my friends. Awesome. All right, now additionally, I missed the last thing. You do have these treasures to pay attention to, and I'll break those down here in a second for you as well. All right, so a couple things. When we go to our team setup, we got kind of 3 different ideas. The first one here is really more of an attack oriented forward team. You'll feel and see that there really isn't a lot of healing going on with this one in particular. If you'd like to, you can switch out some of these cookies for common cookies, because as you can see, they had higher attack. In terms of the percentages, they had a little bit more survivability, those kinds of things that work for you. In my episode and my teams, I've been using these ones though instead. So again, this concept and idea is a little bit more survivability here with Rebel Cookie, breaking things down against your opponents, using Financier Cookie to essentially keep Creme Brulee alive, get some additional boost here with Blackberry, additional attack support in there, and then taunt up front here. So that's the idea and concept with this particular team. We're focused on speed, cooldown, and then our lovely Dream Conductor's Whistle. Now, something that you could move in instead could be this one right here, Disciples Magic Scroll, to get better attack and better defense just across the board as something alternatively, or you could work on some of these other pieces like Hollyberry and Royal Necklace just by saving and surviving your team, increasing shield capacity, and those kinds of things as well. So give me some other ideas. The idea here is to be really attack oriented though, in the way that this one is set up. In terms of our gear here, a couple things. We're on Solid Almond. You could move over to attack, so a lot more attack, so we'll do that. Additionally here, we can go to our preset. We can go in here to our tarts and grab those topping tarts and go grab this one right here, which is going to give us even more attack. So ideally, at a high level, what you're going to want to do is match those tarts with the type of toppings that you have to get an additional boost. All right, next we're on survivability here. We could go down to cooldown instead if we wanted to, for Financier Cookie. Additionally, we do need some form of a nice little biscuit here. So let's go ahead, we can attune this one, we can give it a shot. Let's go ahead and see how our luck's going to do today. So as people like to see, I got a lot of crystals. I do use them in situations like this where we need, oh no, it's not good. This would be one that I would break down. Let's go ahead and see if we got anything better. Not much better. So what we're going to do is we're going to break that one down. We'll go find it another time. However, we do need something else that we can use. We don't really need the fire damage. Let's throw it on here though for now. Or we can go here, cooldown, cooldown, cooldown. Let's equip that. Perfect. All right, even better. Nice and done. So in this case, again, we can move over to Solid Almond, or we could go to cooldown here. Let's go ahead and grab cooldown, and then we'll go find some of the cooldown on the tarts. There we go. Even faster. So lots of survivability, lots of heals from this one from that perspective. Here we're on Solid Almond. I will stay on Solid Almond. We do have that cooldown there. We can move over to cooldown, but let's go ahead and grab another piece down here for that survivability. There we go. Equip, damage resist. Perfect. Blackberry here, we need some more cooldown. We could put a better biscuit in. Do I have a better biscuit available? Let's find out. Debuff resist, we got cooldown, nothing great from that end. All those ones are not good looking. All right, let's see what we got here. We got 2 electric type damage, don't really need that. Let's see, who do we want to steal from up here? Let's go ahead and equip this one for now, so it's slightly better but not great. Now we can make it even better in the future. However, what we do want to do is make sure that we get this cooldown up here. There we go. Let's equip that. There we are. Then creme brulee, we're going to stay on attack. So we got lots and lots of attack. We got damage resist bypass, which is great for this. Absolutely want. You can move over to attack and survivability from that perspective. Here we have nothing in terms of what's needed, and here we have nothing in terms of what's needed. However, I'm not going to sit here and tweak all these out for you. What you should do is be on attack for both of these, and also on those biscuits, absolutely boost those up. It's going to make a huge difference for you as well. All right, so we showed how we can tweak some of these things. I expect a lot of your cookies in the common, uncommon spot not to really be built, by the way, or the rare cookies, as we can say, versus uncommon, not to be super built. Now, you can do that and hyper tune in and focus in and make those things even better, which will make that difference as we look to it in terms of how this one's going to work. There we go. All right. However, for now, we're good, and we're going to show you exactly how this team's going to work. All right, so let's go in here. We're going to attack this one right here. We'll go all the way through it, see the motions. Obviously, we can make it a little bit better here, but look at this. We got our friend that we're going against here. Now, the idea and concept of this one is to do a ton of damage really, really fast. As you can see here, we've had plenty of survivability there, and all damage increased. Pretty awesome takedown with that one. All right, so a great team to use to climb up the ladder. Let's go find a harder one. Here we go, a little bit harder. All right, we're on. Look at this one. They got everything boosted. They got promotions. We don't have our stuff ascended. Let's go ahead. Look at this. So much damage there out of the gate. They have some heals, but we're still sitting nice and clean. Oh, and there we have it. Look at that. Not bad.
Another mishap?
Another mishap. No mishaps here, my friends. All right, we'll go to our last one. Here we go.
I can handle this nuisance.
Auger, cookie. And there we go. Look at that, my friends. This team absolutely shreds, as you can see. A little bit more room for us to be more competitive as we go on our way up. However, wanted to share this one with you here today so that you could see that. All right, on to our other two teams. Now, this team here is focused on a little bit more attack speed and healing for that survivability. What we've done is we've removed Rebel Cookie, and additionally, we've removed some more of that attack-oriented piece to the team and moved it more towards the healing side right there. So we've taken out the gumball cookie there as well. So very, very different from that particular perspective. Now, we're still on speed, cooldown, and then the crit. With the whistle, we can go ahead and check out our gear. Again, we can move over here on our pre-select. We can stay over here. Here, we're good. Here, we're on cooldown. We want to add, we got some damage resist. We can go ahead and grab that topping tart for the cooldown so that we have it here. That's one of the fun things about this, right, is getting all this stuff set. All right, back out. We're good here. Here we're on cooldown. We could add a biscuit and same thing there, but we'll leave it for now. Again, lots of areas of opportunity to tweak. You could be on cooldown. You could be on survivability. We're going to be just fine with our 3.9 million here. Let's go ahead and take this one on. So a little bit different styles so that you can see. Once again, the concept and idea is speed and survivability on this one, centered around creme brulee for dealing lots and lots of damage. Now, what you'll see here is up above, you didn't see the huge hits. You're going to see the damage collapsing over time due to creme brulee, and then survivability from creme brulee from that perspective as well. Very, very fun. All right, here we go. Ooh, where's my mouse? Now you can also check out the statistics just like this. If you want to go see that damage done, there you go. Because I know players like to ask that, and that's the concept and the idea that damage received, lots right up there in front, lots of healing done from that perspective as well, and then healing received right there. All right, so now let's go ahead to our next one so that you can see that as well with this team. And we'll continue to climb. Let's go ahead and take this one on right here. Here we go. Now, in terms of this lineup, we do have a lot higher power level than Kiat here. But again, you can see it doesn't quite deal as much damage out of the gate. It's a slow grind to be able to taking our opponents down here. There we go. Look at that. Awesome.
For the just.
All right, now it's time for our third and final team. So in this one, what we've done now instead is, if you see this, we've taken out our speed and moved to a bigger heal right here. So now we have a big nuke heal with cream puff instead. So this one is for better survivability, bigger heals, and then additionally for all the other lovely boosting and buffs that cream puff adds, plus staying focused on our speed, our cooldown, and the crit. Now in terms of our, I did not mean to do that. In terms of our gear here, let's put this whole thing back real quick here, because what I meant to do was hit gear. So we'll flip into this and you can see exactly how we're going to build this real fast. What we wanted to do on the gear is show that. We'll come back to it here in a second. We've got enough of those, so you do have the limits with 3, and then we're going to move all the way back down here. We have our air speed, that one as well, and there we go. All right, so we're all set. Let's remove that and put that one back in. All right, there we go. So just like that, back to where we're at. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the gear. So when we look at our gear here, again, similar, we'll stay on this, we'll stay on this, stay on that, and then here you can move over to crit, and then make sure that you put in your pre-select. Again, on that topping, we will add the one here on the crit, so that we do have our candy apple, just like that. There you go. Ensuring a bigger and better heal for us from that perspective. We got great cooldown here. And then again, similar as last time, these two, you can add all your other fun stuff and really boost that team. All right, so here we go, my friends, on our very, very last team. Let's find this one here. This one's going to deal a lot of damage out of the gate because they got Rebel Cookie in there. So we'll be able to see a nice big heal here when it comes to cream puff, just like that. There we go. Very, very nice. And that helps boost your team and survive those kinds of big hits that you may hit when you're coming in. All right, so we'll rip through these ones real quick here so we can move up one last time and try this team on another one. There we go. At a little bit of a different speed. All right, 3.4 million. Here we go. So this one is going to be much closer. Here we go. In terms of the breakout, in terms of the structure. Now, they have big, big benefits there with the backline hitters like that on Cream Puff. As you can see, we lost our main healer, unfortunately. And we're going to be into a very, very close spot here and tight spot. Bummer. We lost. Look at that. We got to lose some, right? Anyway, here we go. And this is when you have the sisters in that team that makes this difference from that perspective. Uh-oh, maybe we'll hang in here. We'll find out shortly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it going to be a draw? We'll speed it up. Okay, going faster. There we go. I guess at least with that team, we get a draw with those two in the front. Not bad. All right, so let's go find one more because we got to end on a win. All right, 1.9. Let's go for this one. Here we go. Not bad. Now, if we would have had maybe our stuff up a little bit better, in terms of those upgrades, maybe it wouldn't have been as big of an issue. All right, let's slow it down. And there we have it. Worked out just fine.
A victory for the just.
Thank you very much. All right. With that, my friends, that is our arcade arena teams for you here in the Kingdom Clash with the new season Cookies Strike Back. Rare and common cookies getting a massive boost. We gave you 3 teams here today, a more attack-oriented team, more of a speed-oriented team with some healing, and then 4 our third team, a bigger heal team, and apparently one that is great for ties. With that, my friends, thank you for tuning in here today. I truly appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode as well. If you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server. With that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. We got affiliate links, and don't forget my socials, @me, chat me, stay connected. With that, we'll see you again soon. Best of luck in the last 24 hours here of Arcade Arena. Get in there, get some great rewards. As that #1 free-to-play player, it's a great way to continue to boost your account. With that, until next time, we'll see you again soon. Keep on running.